Do you wanna know? Yo. Oh, yeah. What's happening? And you dig it. Can you dig it? What is going on, people? Can you hear me? Let me make sure y'all can hear. Yeah, I'm kind of low over there, huh? Let me bring that music down. What's happening? Everybody good? Can you hear me? Dre, Dice, Will, Yogi, Cutlass. Ooh, I made that worse. That's horrible. Now, nigga. Now, I'm... Goddamn. Frog now. Okay. I done fucked my glasses up, so y'all listen to this music for some more. I'm finna go clean these damn glasses. Shit. There go my part right here. Hey, motherfucker, yeah. Hey! All right, back. It's perfect. Yeah, this is the furthest place for me to stop. Perfect place for me to stop. All right. What's happening? Everybody good? Welcome to the first church of holy shit, where I am the proprietor, the HNIC, if you will, here. Your Uncle Jeff. Glad to see y'all here. Okay, there we go. Glad to see y'all here, man. How was your yeah, we're gonna put that in a little later. Okay. That's right. I wanted to start it out different. I'm gonna have some first church mugs coming soon. And coming soon. You've heard it here first. The first church of holy shit Bible. My own Bible is coming. One that I do believe you will thoroughly enjoy. And I wanted to, it's going to be something beautiful that you can pass down from generation to generation. Um, Working on getting it cracking with content. The content will surprise you. I promise you, it's the first Bible of its kind. You will not find one the brown Bible. That's funny. Yeah, and yeah, Dre, we rolling, man. We rolling. We about to get out. We about to get out in it now. Okay. I think we're all members. Put a P21 in if it's your first time here. If it's your first time here, put a P21 in the chat. I got a few people been complaining they haven't been getting alerts. How's my sound? Nigga, Zen Master, I love Zen Master. Thomas Jefferson made his own Bible. How about it? Yeah. Yes, this one will be complete with cuss words, references, and I do believe it will be very, very helpful. I'm not going to use this one. Use this. So that going right there. All right. For those of you who do not know, here at the First Church of Holy Shit, the origin story goes like this. Somebody fucked up and told me that God was everywhere. So I pray from here. Yeah, let me get rid of you. Yeah, somebody fucked up and told me that God was everywhere. So I pray from here. Saves me 10%. I never miss a game. I, from that place, God speaks to me. The creator, the universe speaks to me. And I funnel that through my nerdy enjoyment of words to bring to you shit I hope you can use. And the beautiful thing about the First Church is that you're not buying no airplane gas because I don't have an airplane. Now, of course, you want to throw a nigga piece of change for doing something strange. You can go to my Cash App right there. You like them beats you just heard? I got a truckload of beats. Hit me up for that. Life coaching, hit me up for that. Right here. I do all that. Your knuckles ashy? Ain't no need for that shit either. Because you can get some Uncle Jeff's pure and natural African shea butter. Right there. So you can do all that here. Earl Grey tea with ashwagandha in it. Shut up, Willie Lynch. For today, we about to get out into the road. Hopefully everybody got their smoke. Got something to write on. Something to write with. Keep you some notes as we push out into the water. But we have a very stern pray, smoke, learn, share, learn again. That's the order. I like that. I just came up with that. Pray, smoke, learn, share, learn again. That's the way we do it here. Proud to have you. If you know somebody that's struggling with some shit, get them to me because I done fucked up a lot and survived, so I know a lot of shit. All right. With that said, let's push on out in the water and you some bitches bow your heads. Creator, we thank you for this day, this opportunity, this breath of life once again put into these earth suits, which allow us to be here with one another at this time. We're thankful for that. We absolutely ask that you get us out of the way. Get me out of the way. Use as much of me as you need to get as much of what they need as I can. Open our minds up to a place where it is painful to look at ourselves and give us the strength to endure that pain. O ancestors, O Most High, O Force, O Universe, give me the right words to get to these people. Don't have me up in here bullshitting on my shit. Just enough of my shit for them to get it. Send me some trolls. You know how much I have a taste for them. And they absolutely edify the rest of the Jedi's nephews and nieces in here. Make me an instrument of good. Keep me humble. And let me make understanding and peace. I ask these blessings in the name of my Creator. And it is so. All right. If you got it, I had it. But goddamn, is that brand new? God damn it. Yeah, fuck it. I'll get another one. I'll find it later. Smoke. Tell you that getting old is some bitch. I was a dookie. This sound like this. There we go. All right. Put my ashtray. That's my ashtray. Isn't that the coolest ashtray? No. What's up, Cutlass? Okay. Let's get on into the show today. The reason that I came here, the reason that we have all assembled here at the First Church of Holy Shit, it's for my little funky ass sermons. And today's is about the power of lack, focusing around Jalen's sister and 50's boy. I know you all have heard, if you've been around me. Oh shit. Right here. If you've been around me, if you follow me at all, it was through anything you've seen me on my own through Zoe. Shout out to Zoe Williams. Shout out to Kevin Behringer. Big Kev. I'm late to your party, man, but I fucking love it. I love Kev's show. You've heard us all speak, and me specifically, on lack consciousness. Today we're going to dig into the power of that. Both positive and negative. The difference between lack and lack consciousness. They're different. Okay? Let's first be clear. If you grew up in the hood, you got lack on its base level in its first phase. You got a taste of a lack sandwich like no other. Because it'd be the lack sandwiches in that piece for us. Holy shit. How much have we lacked growing up? How much have we lacked seeing, just watching it, being in it? How much we have watched it destroy the lives of so many of us. How accustomed we grew to it. Lack is so common in the hood that it's almost like a relative. It's almost like somebody live with you. You really get used to it like that. You really get malnourished in certain ways to where you're used to the malnourishment. You're comfortable in your lack. It's something you good with. It's something you make fun of. In order to even function, you make jest of it. But it's never not there. Or if you grew up in the hood, lack is never far. It's never far. It's all around you, on you, like your skin. Almost like it's explained about the Matrix. Watch this. Lack is woven into the fabric of the matrix. Oh shit, I need to write that down. Lack is woven into the fabric of the matrix. Here's its definition. Lack. Okay, let me take that down because I'm a grammar Nazi. I cannot deal with lack. No, that's not better. That's when your eyes start going because I didn't see that extra comma. There we go. Lack. To be deficient or missing. To be short or have need of something. Now I'm going to leave that up there. Be- Youch. Now, I'm only going to use this first definition, but we're going to put these definitions together. And I'm glad y'all are bearing with me right now because this is, I thought I had it all down. You wait, I got some shit here, but this shit just hit me. So I have to give it to you. I don't get, this is the other thing, remember, I prayed for. I can't get in my own way. I can't, if it come, it come. I gotta let you have it. Consciousness, the quality, yeah, fuck that up. Yes, be blind. Here we go. Consciousness, the quality or state of being, especially of something within oneself. Now, if lack is to be deficient or missing in the quality or state of being, especially of something within oneself, that is lack consciousness. To be deficient or short of something and to have a consciousness, a programming that runs on the awareness of that deficiency period. That is lack consciousness. When your subconscious motor runs on what you don't have, you have a lack consciousness. When the thing that is churning out your thoughts for the day is churning them out from lack, from don't have, from don't get, from don't have money, don't have that pat on the back, don't have that place to stay, don't have friends, don't have a job, don't have a vernacular, don't have, is where this is coming from. The fuck you think it's gonna make? If your machine is set up to spit out lack, you're gonna get more lack. Because you address every person, every situation, every thought pushes you toward more lack. That don't mean you don't want it anymore. Fuck deserve. That don't mean you don't see yourself with it anymore. It doesn't mean you're not ambitious. It doesn't even mean you're not working hard. It means you're ambitious, working hard, oftentimes showing up on time, oftentimes doing whatever it is you're supposed to do, oftentimes in the right place at the right time with the wrong fucking tools. Lack. It's a horrible tool that has been used as a blanket woven in to the fabric of the matrix that you were put in. Lack on every level. Damn it, I erased that one. Right when I erased it, I could have used it. You've heard me say this before. If America got the sniffles, black people got stage 4 cancer ass. Yes, stage 4 cancerific. Yeah. If America has the sniffles, black people got stage 4 pancreatic asserific booty hole AIDS on a bus going over a cliff on fire. We don't have time for any of that shit. So sure, there's lack amongst the powerful. There's lack consciousness. Amongst the wealthy, there's lack consciousness. But they already have power and wealth. Your lack consciousness is multiplied 30-fold because you don't got that much to begin with. Oh shit, there go Kels. Yeah, true. Yeah. That's what it's much worse for us. So it is from this place that these people give off this shit that they give off. It's not just about what you have. It's about what they lack. This is how you get this. Now, let's start with Jalen's sister. We're going to roll there. And we're going to sit in that pocket for a hot minute. And then we're going to get over in the 50's, boy.
How my day started.
First off, I don't know where to find the original videos. Every time I could, yeah, here we go. This will be a beautiful one of these. Okay. First off, let me get a shout out to all the video content people on YouTube that I'm using chunks of their shit. Hi, I'm Jeff Brown. I'm only using pieces of your shit because I couldn't find the original shit anywhere. What happens if you want an original video of somebody's? You got 10 minutes after they put it on. Because after that, everybody want to put their little shit in it. And a lot of these people's comments is garbage. A lot of these people shouldn't be saying this shit. So a lot of these people are dookified. Many of them. Just on some bullshit. Okay. So, yeah, I hate that. I can never find the original video. Y'all, if you have any suggestions, let me know. Let's get up. Let's get down.
With my cousin Jeff coming over here for the 5th time, talking about he about to show somebody my mother's house, like he some type of real estate agent doing Jalen Rose's dirty work.
Now,
I live in this house. I been Jalen Rose's dirty work.
I'm trying to get a good freeze on the face that this is. There we go. That'll do. All right. Brothers and sisters, shout out to GMAG TV for me. You didn't really let me use it. I was just looking around and I scooped it up and put it in here. And I just feel like I need to give you a thanks because you really do some great graphics. Your shit looks really good here on my shit the way it. Yeah, I actually like the way it looks with my other shit. But the point is GMAG TV. Y'all go watch GMAG TV because that's where I got this from. But I'm freezing on that face for a reason. Dear black women who have this right here in your bag of tricks, this funk stank ass, hand on your hip, flipping your neck with your loud ass mouth monkey ass. If you are doing this, understand that no one, let me see this. No one gives a fiddler's fuck about your issues if you look, act, or communicate like that. The first thing we're all thinking is fuck you and your issues with your stank ass. That's out the gate. Let's just pretend, I'm getting out of phase here. Let's just pretend that Jalen Rose is for a second this horrible, insensitive, cruel, evil, thankless individual that has thrown his sister out into the street mercilessly. Let's pretend that's who he is for a minute. I don't give a fuck because you stank. Sit your stank ass on the bricks is how we feel. Because you stank out the gate. Your mama died. His mama died. Your name Tamara. That was still here. She created a name for this boy that was not here before he came. We only know you because you running your stank ass mouth now. No, the creator did not make you that tall. No, the creator did not make you that talented. No, the creator did not make you that famous. No, We know him. We don't know you. So when you come in stank like that, we do not identify stank with Jalen Rose. Do you know what we identify with Jalen Rose? His track record. They give a fuck about none of that other shit that you're discussing as his imperfections. I'm not even a basketball fan. I haven't seen 5 Jalen Rose plays. I have met the man once briefly. Was a cool ass dude. So I don't have a dog in this fight with regard to a personal opinion. This is me on the outside, which makes my vision perfect. I do know Juwan Howard. What's up, Juwan? Kind of, sort of. You probably don't even remember me. This is one of those many times that you flew out of LAX. You, Sinbad. Shout out to Sinbad. That's my number one mentor in this game. Mark Atkins. Shout out to Mark. When we was all going to just up and go to Miami, and I was used to us because I was touring with Sinbad, and we all used to meet at the airport, and the tickets was already paid. And I didn't know that this was a humbug to Miami. I thought it was like some shit that was included in the tour. And I got to LAX with y'all because y'all invited me. And you 3 niggas threw out American Express black cards to pay for first class tickets right there. And I asked what they had in, coach. Yeah, me, because I wasn't rolling like that. That was some bullshit y'all did. I didn't know. That was my lesson about rolling with rich niggas. You don't do that. I don't know Jalen Rose. I know of him. I know everything I've seen. I respect. I know I was jumping around and almost burnt myself with weed when Jalen Rose put Skip Bayless in his funky ass place. Skip Bayless and Bill Walton need to make sure they don't have the same daddy. That old hater shit, I can't stand it. The hater place. Jalen took his ass to church in front of everybody. I respect that. He gives back. I respect that. He's a warrior. I respect that. He's on the other side of the fence with regard to the zombie juice than me. And I respect that. There's where you have it. In the court of public opinion, in the column of respect, Jalen Rose has bricks of respect piled up and reasons to respect him piled up. Intelligent, articulate, has never embarrassed me as a black man or a black person. Upwardly mobile. You don't hear no bullshit in the street about Jalen Rose. Good brother when I meet him, when you meet him, when you see him around. He got all that stuff. I mean, you talk about the basketball shit. I'm not going to talk about that because we all know that. You more than likely know that better than me. I don't really know. I know Jalen riding shit. I know he can whoop Jeff Brown playing basketball. I suck. I play basketball. I respect it. I respect the dedication for it. My favorite player, toss up between Allen Iverson and Nate Robinson, especially Nate Robinson. Dear niggas over 6 feet. I'm not impressed with dunks. Okay, you 6 feet long. You 6 feet tall. Your arm 1.5 feet long. Or the 2 feet. You got 2 feet on your arm, 2 feet long. You 6 feet tall. That's 8 feet. You trying to impress me with 2 fucking feet? No, Nate Robinson is amazing. Anyway, Muggsy Bogues, them kind of dudes, unbelievable. Those are and I'm 5'8". So I get that. I'm not really coming from there. I'm coming from what Jalen Rose does after he gets off the court, takes a shower, get dressed, and leave. He got all that stacked up. Still talking to his sister Tamara. I'm talking directly to you. Then here come your ass with your presentation. And it stank. It just flat fucking stank. And we're tired of it. You represent the sassy black woman of the 20th century that led the bus over the cliff that we're all in. That stank ass shit. No, I'm not talking about the niggas that whoop your ass. No, I'm not talking about the niggas that sold the dope. No, I'm not talking about the niggas that left all their kids. No, I'm not talking about none of them niggas. I'm talking about heifers like you and that stank ass shit. That's what you brought first to the court of public opinion. You see, in a court of law, there are 3 things that you don't go in with: right, wrong, and common sense. Those things will get you a loss of money, a loss of freedom, and in some cases, a loss of your life. Fucking around in court with right, wrong, and common sense. What you need is influence, perception, and documentation. Now, in the court of public opinion, in the court of public opinion, it's a different animal. Because right, wrong, and common sense there have a fighting chance. A small one. You're not going to get most people with right, wrong, and common sense because nowadays most people are fucking drones. But you're going to get some. You may be able to get enough to get that 10% tipping point and make a difference with right, wrong, and common sense. Still heavy in the court of popular opinion is influence, perception, and documentation. All of which Jalen got your ass smoked. Influence. NBA, Indiana, Fab 4. Fab 5, I'm sorry, Fab 5. Mama made up a name for him. Influence, perception, documentation, ESPN. Whoops. Yeah. So you figure you're going to come in here with your lack tools and try to change influence, perception, and documentation. And you probably could have done it. You probably could have done it. If you had done it here, and it would have made you look disingenuous. But when, hey, y'all, whoops, correction. You wouldn't have had to do it had you done the following. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. Again, I bet Zoe Williams left nut on this. Again. That way it's, you bet another man's left nut. It's still important. You just don't lose as much. I'm willing to bet Zoe Williams left nut that this is a prime example of atmospheric entitlement disease. This is a term that I have come up with that describes her and these people precisely. Listen to this. If I can get to it. Fuck a duck.
Posts on social media that he basically said that I was better off dead to him than alive. I was more valuable to him dead than alive. And that was the end of me dealing with him. If you look at my Instagram, you'll see that not my last video, but the video before that, 42, the song was written by Brian and I, and it was directed, the video, by Nico. And I went on and I said how proud I was of Nico at the time, and I really, really was. He did an awesome job in that video. Even before that, less than 2 years ago, these are the two gentlemen who stood up for me as my best man in my wedding. So abandonment, deadbeat dad, I'll reiterate, I've never missed a day of child support. I've been there every step of the way. BJ, he talks about Jack's new car. BJ had 3 brand new cars before he was 22. But I'm not talking about material things. None of this has anything to do with money. It's about respect.
Now, shout out to Brian McKnight. Another one. I think he's number 2 behind Eric Benet for if I could make a sound come out of me, it would be that.
Brand new cars before he was 22.
But that's your problem right
BJ
there.
had 3 brand new cars before he was 22. Been there every step of the way. BJ, he talks about Jack's new car. BJ had 3 brand new cars before he was 22. Talks about Jack's new car. BJ had 3 brand new cars before he was 22. BJ had 3 brand new cars before he was 22. BJ had 3 brand new cars before he was 22.
Right there. Let's go and get honest about it. Let's go and get real with it. Right there starts, that energy feeds atmospheric entitlement disease. Fuck if I hit Powerball twice. You ain't getting 3 brand new cars before you 22 unless on your own or hustling with me, you earn 3 brand new cars before you 22. As a matter of fact, if you my son, your first car is going to be a piece of fucking shit. That way, you A, learn about cars, B, learn what it is to ride around in a shitty car so you can get one for you, because all this shit is mine. And see, it makes you respect me more, if not now, later. When you don't do that, and you get 3 new cars before you 22, Brian McKnight, brother, I love you. But you, like many others, because of your subconscious running, that motor is running smaller in you, but it's still running. Lack consciousness. It's the inverse. My children will not lack. My children will not suffer. Well, when they don't suffer because they don't lack, they don't grow. Yeah. Oh my God. I cut your head. I cut your head. When they don't lack and they don't suffer, they don't grow. They suffer from atmospheric entitlement disease. Because they in it, they think they own it. And they always want it. And then they cross the one that made it because they don't understand the difference between kissing his ass and not kicking it. Because generally they are being socially programmed by another individual who does not know the difference between kissing his ass and not kicking it. The mama they came out of. They allow their atmospheric entitlement disease to move into stage 4 and destroy the host. Oh shit. Your daddy, your relationship with your father is destroyed by stage 4 atmospheric entitlement disease. I'm a fucking genius. I'm sorry, I had to get those. Had to give me some right there. What we saying in here? Thank you, brother Yogi. We are looking at affluency syndrome breeds weakness and frailty. And now we know what you sound like on the toilet. No, you don't, young Jedi. I don't make those noises because, again, I'm plant-based, okay? Goes like me shit through a goose. Shit through a goose. Plus, I eat a bunch of hot pepper. My food's always on fire, and it's just vegetables on fire. So they just go through and burn the bullshit out. So there, nigga, you do not know what I sound like. I sound like on the toilet. That's horrible, sir. And Brother Kells, young Jedi Kells, I'm going to have to push back on that, sir. That is one of the things I hope you take from today. I want you to start betting your friends left nut on shit. Because here's why. Do you love your friends? You know I love Zoe, right? That's my man. That's my fucking man. So you know I wouldn't want no harm to come to him, right? But I don't love him like I love my kids. That's crazy, right? Zoe don't love me like he love his babies. He don't. He ain't supposed to. So in order to keep this serious, that's my man. I'll bet one of his nuts. Because I don't want to lose one of my nuts. I mean, this is serious. It's not that serious. I don't want to, put this on one of my kids. Some shit could go wrong. And if it does, well, just get him some salve. You need to use that, young Kells. It's free to you. Bet your friend's nuts on it, not yours. Don't bet them all willy-nilly, but that's it. Oh, it's still kind of cold. I got to put my juice up because it's separating. I got to put it in the refrigerator. I'll be right back. All right. Well, Jeff, what if your father is narcissistic and uses gaslighting and passive and aggressive behavior towards their own child? Actually, I didn't have that experience from a father. But in my family, I've watched people deal with that from their mothers and from fathers. That hasn't been my experience. So I can't give you a specific answer to that. But I can give you a generic one that basically ought to do. You need help making sure, and it depends upon where you are as a kid. Hopefully, keep your head up as a child, and hopefully there are people around you to help you do that. That fucking sucks, as what I got to say. I mean, if you're a kid. Once you're an adult, none of what has happened to you is your fault. All of it's your responsibility. None of what happens to you as a child is your fault. All of it is your responsibility. It is not my fault that I was raised in abject poverty, abject violence, and abject lack. That's not my fault, but it's my responsibility to use those things to my advantage and hunt down the things in my subconscious programming that are fucking me over. That's on me. That's not on anybody else. I got to find, most importantly, what are the triggers from that? Because they're different with everybody. Does it make me feel bad about myself? Does it make me feel so bad about myself that I do A or B or C? And where does that come from? And exactly what day? Dig down on it. When my father said this, when my mother said this, when this happened, that made me feel this, which is why I don't do that. And go after that thing and reconcile that thing. Because that thing is making you make choices down that road. And we all got to do that shit. None of us get a pass from it. Because all of our parents were fucked up in some way. There are ways I still deal with that I feel that I'm not the best parent. Things that I do that I want to get better at. And I ain't even had no more kids. I can tell you right now, man, nigga, I'm knocking the shit out of 60. Yeah, I'm done with that. They out there. There you go. Fuck ups or not. That's it. Right there. Done. There's shit from when I was a kid that I gotta fix. You gotta fix. We all gotta fix. Back on the subject.
Show somebody my mother's house, like he some type of real estate agent doing Jalen Rose's dirty work. I live in this house. I've been here since 2019. Again, he came in here today in front of the realtor and told the realtor that I was a squatter. This is dirty work. I live in this house. I've been here since 2019. I live in this house. I've been here since 2019. I live in this house. I've been here since 2019.
Symptom number one. Symptom number one. I'm entitled. I moved in here. More than likely, because God bless the dead, rest in peace. Them other two sisters, Jalen's grandmother and mother, they probably didn't want anyone else in there. Or they was probably hooking your ass up. Because with this shit here, this stank shit here on top of lack consciousness, oh, life was going rough for you. Especially, oh yeah, I need to be bigger so that if this gets out and you see it, you see exactly who the fuck is saying what he's saying. Especially if you was trying to go through life in the Midwest with that stank ass attitude right there, whew, this is the tip of the iceberg. There is a bunch of shit in your wake that made you move in there in 2019. Because it certainly wasn't because Jalen was hitting it hard and couldn't afford. Yeah, maybe that was it. Maybe Jalen Rose hit a financial rough patch in 2019 and could not afford a professional nurse and professional care. Maybe Jalen Rose couldn't afford to move his mother the fuck away from you to Acapulco if he wanted. No, Mama Rose took care of you. I guarantee you there was a meeting like that. There was a meeting like that. That's how you moved in 2019. I'm speculating. And I'm pretty good at it because I have 2 PhDs, one in pimp shit and one in nigga shit. And I see a little bit of both going on here. I came in here in 2019. Let's examine that. Did you leave a 3,000 square foot, well-furnished house that you could afford easily to move in here with your mama? No, you didn't. I know how lack go. I'm from 60th and Damon. Did you disassemble your entire life to move in here? No. Do you know why? Because you'd have been too quick to brag on that part if that part was true. Let's get out on 2019 and what happened there. I cannot imagine you being Jalen's first choice if this is not the first time you showed your ass.
Again, he came in here today in front of the realtor and told the realtor that I was a squatter.
Now, why would Jalen, let's just say she's accurate. Why do you think Jalen would use the term squatter, even if he used it inaccurately? It is because your ass has been staying there with your hands in your pockets and he tired of it. You don't get to do both. Yeah. Let's find another, just for the picture.
Living here in my mother's
I'm going to keep doing this till I get the right
house that I took care of my mother.
There. Trying to get it. Trying to get a high eyebrow stank sister look.
Living y'all know here in my mother's house.
I'm going to get it too.
That I took care of.
Right. That'll do. I'll do it. There you go. There you go. All right. Again, shout out, public service message. Little Jeff Brown public service announcement. Dear funk stankin' ass, attitude ass having broads that lack, that have more ambitious, more focused, more conscious people in your atmosphere that you need help with or from. You can't be in need and stank. You got to pick. You want both. And that is why your ass is being moved out. Jalen don't need that money. Excuse me, Jalen Rose, if this gets back to you, because I don't usually talk a man's pockets. But from what I can see, Jalen Rose does not need the money. The problem is, you and I share that opinion, sis. It is your opinion that your brother don't need the money, so it's yours. That's atmospheric entitlement disease that has you there. Almost the same thing that Brian McKnight's children suffer from. He suffers different than 50's boy. We'll get to that in a minute. Brian McKnight's sons suffer from a different strain of atmospheric entitlement disease. They suffer from having access. 50's son suffers from not having the access. It's a thin fucking line. But it's the same shit. It's 3 cars before they 22. It's being able to throw Jalen Rose's name around, even though you can't stand him. Do you think this is the first time anybody has had to hear that fucking raggedy, tired ass story about how you raised him? Yes. How you raised Jalen is a raggedy, tired ass story because you, from your lack consciousness, are a raggedy, tired ass storyteller. Period. While you was raising him, his mama was working. Her story is much better than yours. And I don't know what his relationship was with his mother away from the cameras, because it's none of my fucking business. But I can guarantee you she had a lot less of this than you. Your mama loved you too, but nigga, that's Jalen Rose. He was special. You were not born special. You were born to directly serve the special. Your mama was special. Your brother was special. But as you act, anything that you had special, Sister Tamara, was snuffed out by your atmospheric entitlement disease. I don't know what the fuck God gave you, but he gave you something that you smothered in this shit. You trying to tell me that your brother, if you came to him with your feces collected, if you dropped this Midwest, sis, I know you. If you dropped all that bullshit somewhere earlier, you'd be paid. I can tell you that right now, you'd be paid if you dropped that shit earlier. Number 2, if you hadn't been sitting around with your hands in your pockets, because I'm sure y'all had some type of financial conversation that probably went along these stank lines. Because either you made a deal you broke, or you didn't make a deal to begin with. Because of that, maybe the stages of your atmospheric entitlement disease, the stages of your atmospheric entitlement disease were so far along that when you moved into that house, you didn't feel the need for a financial agreement. And maybe Jalen didn't either. But you kept popping stank and kept popping stank. And maybe there was a financial agreement come to. Again, this is all going on in here. And y'all made some type of agreement during happy time that because you operate off of the power of the lack drive, you could not meet that obligation elsewhere outside of this fucking money-making machine. Jalen Rose is a license to print money. If you were trustworthy for long enough, you would be working for him. But you can't get over the fact that you raised him and how many points you supposed to get for that. And again, that snipey, stank-ass attitude that don't nobody give a fuck about. Let me repeat, you're right about everything. Jalen is throwing you out and he shouldn't. We don't give a fuck because you stank. Very simple. Try not to stank. That stank is getting everywhere.
My mother and my grandmother.
Okay, yeah, I've had enough of that. Now I'm trying to get to
But I've asked you to not do that. I've asked you to not do that. And you continually thrown Jeff under the bus. So this is what I woke up to today. Yeah. to today. So this is what I woke up to today. Yeah. So this is what I woke up to today. So this is what I woke up to today. Yeah.
No. No. Not today. Life is nothing but right now piled up on itself until you die. And right now is not about right now, right now. Right now is about the house you built with your brother. Give a fuck what he did. Pretty please with sugar on top, understand that these stank bricks you built this house with started way before today. That's cute. That's another, I like to call them female talking points. Another female talking point. Woe is me. Woe is me for right now. And it's female even with dudes do it. But they got it from y'all. Now, what I'm looking for is the part
that comes up against me. I'm not squatting here. Somebody coming in somewhere that
I'll find it.
I didn't know anything about. Jalen is trying to beat Jalen Rose and throwing his weight around like you don't have to respect other people. Like you don't respect other people.
Keep listening.
While I'm rehabbing and rehabilitating. So we're going to see how this all works out this morning, y'all. Familiar? You got the guy on TV, and then you got this guy right here.
I like that guy.
Yeah.
The one's kicking your ass out. I like him.
Absolutely.
Yes. I dig him. Fuck the guy on TV. I don't really know him. But this guy that's kicking your ass out, I like him.
Taunting, antagonizing. World. Antagonizing.
Again. Let's take it again. It's good game footage. Please, God, let some stank ass broads watch this.
Absolutely.
See this right here? See that right there? You do it with the sound down. You see that? Nobody gives a fuck about those faces anymore. That shit worked for your aunties and your grandma. That shit doesn't work. Bad news. You are now going to have to be nice because there's too many of you. We don't have to deal with this shit. For no other reason than this right there, I root for Jalen. For nothing else other than them funky ass, stank ass fucking faces. All that. Ooh, I think she said
19. And even though you took, explanation, I have nothing to say. A stranger in, as if I don't live in since 2019. That you cared for your mother and grandmother.
there we go.
Okay?
Here we
But
go.
then again, yeah. How do you squat somewhere that you've been living in since 2019?
Here's how. By breaking financial agreements to stay there. By biting the hand that feeds you. By having this funky, stank-ass attitude. This ain't the only place. This ain't the first time. From the first time you put your hand on your hip and popped your neck to now. That shit. That's how. And man, is that a lot of shit for you to unpack. Once you get where you're going. Because you got to do some packing. Do some unpacking. That shit. No one gives a fiddler's fuck about how you feel when you come from there.
That you cared for your mother and grandmother in. Okay? October 18, 2021. We an Achilles situation.
No one gives a shit.
That if I leave the house, if I come I'm not going anywhere. Try it, we're going to have an issue. Like we have this morning.
Okay, here you go.
Out in the street. You're not going to cast me aside. And if you try it, we're going to have an issue.
You see that masculine?
And I'm able to function out in the street. You're not going to cast me aside. And if you try it, we're going to have an issue.
Here's the issue we'll have. If you try it. If you, Jalen Rose, try to throw me out of your property that you clearly have the deed, all this paperwork. Yeah. All this influence, perception, and documentation you have in spades on your side. Jalen Rose, here's what's going to happen. Here's the situation that's going to happen, Jalen Rose. You're going to force the Detroit Police Department to come here and push my ass out and or arrest my ass for trespassing, because this is not my property and it never has been. Because the number one thing I could have paid with, I didn't, and that was humility. And that is the power of the lack drive. It destroys humility. Her humility is non existent. Whether Jalen is wrong or not. What I was actually looking for, but I'm done, I've had enough, was the particular comment where you supposed to love your mama, some of that shit. I really wanted to break that down, but I just couldn't stomach that stinking ass attitude long enough to find it. This let's plant a bullshit seed of doubt bullshit about a man.
Gave you the name because
here.
it was a superpower, but I want you to know that you are our superhero.
Thank you.
And you mean everything to us.
Thank you.
But it's just a special moment in time that we wanted to be able to honor your mom.
Thank you. And I'm really just forever grateful for the acknowledgement of my mother and her legacy. You know, this is the first time in my life that I didn't have my mother and grandmother on Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? And it's been tough.
Now, what you want me to believe, what I'm supposed to believe, is this fucking warrior. I'm trying to play him. This fucking warrior right here, sitting here bearing his fucking soul about his mother. The woman who named him after somebody I ain't never heard that name before. At every game, busting her fucking ass, working her ass off so he could have. That is what pulled all of you out of the gravity of lack. Not just Jalen's talent. He'll tell you he wasn't the most talented in the NBA. It was not Jalen's talent alone that pulled you out of the gravity of lack. It was the tenacity of his mother. They don't make those no more. That, Jalen Rose's mama, that's who the rest of you mamas is shitting on. Y'all shitting on women like my man Jalen Rose's mama. That's a single mama that bust her ass and did that. So what you trying to get me to believe, what you selling me, is that this dude here somehow didn't care about his mama and this is how he would do. No. And that your mama wouldn't want this. You goddamn right your mama wouldn't want this. But she wouldn't want you acting like this either. And with all respect to the dead, your mother's not wanting you out is something she would want in her flesh, not in the spirit. In the spirit, your brother is right. You wrong. And in the flesh, she would be wrong. Your monkey ass need to hit the bricks. For one reason and one reason only, you lack humility. The power of the lack drive destroyed it. Check your shit. How much is the power of the lack drive destroying for you? Wow. See, here we go. 6 Mile. Perfect example. I put Bad Boy Isaiah Thomas over Curry. Dude, it's a bunch of people. A lot of this is about a matter of opinion, and you know how I feel about sports and how much we worship the motherfuckers who can jump 4 feet off the ground for about 15 years, and we treat our teachers like shit. That is why the aliens haven't shown themselves. They're only showing themselves right now because we are the monkeys with the AK-47 in the galaxy of the nuke. You ever see that African video where the monkey gets the fucking AK-47 and the African soldiers start jumping around? Well, that's who we are in the galaxy. We got the nuke. We are the monkey with the AK-47. That's why you're seeing aliens come out, because they're trying to stop us from fucking the whole universe up, from letting one of these things off. But the reason that they've been hiding from us is because we worship people who can jump 4 feet off the ground for about 15 years, and we treat our teachers like shit, and we're still killing each other over color, and we can't get our shit together. So they've been staying away from us for this shit. That's how I feel about this fucking idol worship to sports. That's how I feel about it. But it's a huge distraction. However, that don't mean I don't respect a lot of athletes, because I do. And Jalen Rose is one of them. He is most definitely one of them. But because he has shit, he gonna deal with this shit. Even 50 said it. It's the shit he's going on, what's happening with his boy. How the fuck you think you 20 anything and your daddy owe you anything? $6,500 a month. I'm supposed to live on $6,500 because everybody know me. Well, move where nobody give a fuck. Because there's a whole bunch of places, sir, where no one gives a fuck about you. Because there's some places nobody give a fuck about your daddy. And that's no disrespect to 50. How you in your daddy's pockets to the tune of $6,000 a month, and you in camp with his enemies? There's an epidemic of that, of your children in camping with your enemies. Woo-hoo! And that is because your children carry spirits and your enemies carry spirits. And in their likenesses, they meet. The likenesses in the spirit of your enemy. Ooh, shit. The likenesses in the spirit of your enemies is what attracts the spirit in your family, the spirit in your friends, the heart of them. I should have brought that Muhammad Ali shit up. Shout out to Muhammad Ali. Talking about the heart of the man. That is what is connected. That is why your friends and family break your fucking heart. Because their spirits are connected to these other dark motherfuckers. I keep telling you. Family. Let's get this right. Family is a group of people who decided to have sex with another group of people, and they didn't ask you shit. What do you think about it? Okay, these people didn't ask you before they fucking got the rest of these people. They just went on and fucking got the rest of these people. Give a fuck about what you talking about. Fuck you. They didn't ask you. What your uncle is older than you ask you about having some more kids your age and after you? Not fuck all. So, beyond respect and beyond a certain point, once everybody starts finding out where their spirits are leading them, you don't owe anybody shit until we check spirits. Let's make sure our spirits are aligned before we get into this. I'm searching right now, Jimmy. I'll tell you right now, I'm searching. I'm about to open the doors and let you some bitches in here. Now, here's the way the doors of the church open. They don't stay open all day. Okay? Now, I'm expecting Bruce House in here because, you know, one of my Jedi students. You know, my star students. Yeah. I expect Kels to come in here. I keep catching Kels at work. I love talking to Kels. I keep catching you at work. Now, you at work? I expect Kels. I expect Bruce. If you other motherfuckers don't come in here, I ain't finna stay in here. I got shit to do. So, I'm gonna open the doors of this church. If it's just me and Bruce talking shit, or just me, Bruce, and Kels talking shit, we ain't gonna be talking shit long. The rest of you niggas might as well be bots. That's really, yeah. So, algorithm, or whatever the fuck. You better get some more clones in here. Because I got shit in the real world to fucking do. Now, that out of the way. That there, sir. Be honest with you, Jimmy. That's bucking for pull of the day right there. Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna hit that. I'm gonna be done with it. Kids need asshole fathers and nurturing mothers. Here's how it's supposed to go, especially when your son's a certain age. Come in. Hey, baby. I just came up here with a little care package for you. Now, you remember I kept telling you I was talking to you about that thing, and I kept talking to you, I wasn't getting to you, so I gave it to your father. And that's how I got out of hand. Now here's that steak. Put that on your eye. Now, put the potato on your other eye, because this will take the black out and this will make the swelling go down. And I made you some cookies. All right. I love you, but you need to do what the fuck I say so I don't have to put you in the cage with that asshole, because he don't give a fuck when it gets to him from me. That's how it's supposed to go. Better take it from your mama, because when that fool hear about it, he gonna do something foolish. Because apparently the regular way is not getting to you. That's how it's supposed to go. And that's what you get with an asshole father and a nurturing mother. Prime example. Yeah, I'll close on this. My kids. Yeah, and I put the doors of the church open. I put them in there. I put it down there. So, did I? Hey, Annis. You ain't late. You always right on time, sis. My kids. Oh, Gravy did over put that up. My kids. Were over, or had their cousins over, and it was the four of them. And it was summer. It was hot, and my wife came out and gave them all popsicles. And they run around. She said, "Now, when you get through with the popsicles, take." Yeah, you do, Kills. Here's a prime example of an asshole. Here you go. When you get through, take the popsicle paper and the stick, put it in the trash. Okay. I'm on the inside. I'm in my office, but I hear what's going on. 20, 25 minutes later, she walks back to the front door. Kids, why are there popsicles on the ground? Boy, you better get that popsicle stick off your daddy's car. You know, I know ain't no motor in it, and it's just sitting under a tree. But you better get that stick off your daddy's car. You know how he is. Okay. 15 minutes later, she starts walking. I go, stop. I got it. And I walk out. And I go, stop. Hippity hop mob, stop. She brought you popsicles out here, which she didn't have to do. She asked you one thing. One thing. Y'all already know how I feel about sugar. Because me, and her and y'all parents, we the ones got to pay for your teeth. So I'm not a big fan of sugar. But yeah, she would only let you have your little popsicles. She asked one thing. Pick up all these popsicles and put them away. You heard her, did you not? You chose to do otherwise, did you not? Did you not? So you directly disobeyed her twice. So here how we finna do it. Pick up all the popsicle sticks and paper now. And then the four of you will come in this house, get on that computer, and give me 500 words on respect and pollution. And no more ice cream outside for the rest of the summer. That is all. That's how you are supposed to, in my opinion, fortify a house. Oh, daddy gonna come. Don't let it get to this nigga. Because he is not gonna make it pleasant. If I get a problem regarding you that came from her, I married her. I made her with you. I made you with her. I know how she talked to you. I know she done cried and prayed and counseled and advised and God. I'm not finna do none of that. We're going to take the asshole road because apparently the talk road's not working. That is how you bookend, in my opinion, a balanced individual. It is not a woman's place to do that shit. It is not her position to be that cat. God bless the women who have to, but they shouldn't. And that, Kells, is what I mean by asshole. I don't mean asshole in the eyes of an adult. You're an adult, Kells. I need you to be a 10-year-old and have somebody come out and tell you that not only on a Saturday do you have to not play, but you got to pick up and go do a book report, and you can't have any more ice cream in front of the house for the rest of the summer? That dude's an asshole. That's what you need to teach lessons. That's how you teach that lesson. You're teaching heed it the first time. You're teaching don't take for granted that your mother's word is not enforced. You're teaching order. You're teaching cleanliness. You're teaching pride in your area. And how you do that? You don't always do it being nice, because nice wasn't working. Now you got to be an asshole. And while I'm an asshole out here, let me hear somebody's mouth and see don't I wear somebody's ass out that belong to me. You other two will hold books till the damn words fall off. I don't spank other people's kids, but you two, whoo, I'll wear your asses out. You gonna do what I say. That is all. Oh shit, ladies and gentlemen. I was a priest to the balls there. Frank, you are late. Ladies and gentlemen, let me knock this out. Sit tight there, doctor. I'll see you. I'm coming to you. I'm gonna bring you in. No, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. That's what I want. And then I want to come here. And ladies and gentlemen, one of the dope Jedis. Goddamn shame this brother lives in my town and we ain't sat down and smoked one yet. One of the Master Jedis of the future is on the phone right now, ladies and gentlemen. Or he ain't even on the phone. See how old I am, Kales? Ladies and gentlemen, young Jedi Kales. What's happening, Playboy?
What it do, bro? What it do, Unc?
Hey there, nephew. You see what I mean by asshole? And whatever was on your mind. Whatever was on your mind. Go ahead.
Nah, because when I hear asshole, I immediately go to your son sitting there trying to play catch with you, and you sipping a beer like, get the fuck out of my face, you know?
Yeah.
So you got to break down the levels of asshole. But like you said, to an adult, yeah, you know?
He's a fucking asshole to both of us.
Right.
The kid and the adult. That's some fucking asshole shit right there. Now, I'm going to tell you how I've been guilty of that. I've been guilty of that from the work end, where I will allow last minute work that is going to pay my bills, all of them, for 4 months to come ahead of something I've planned for my children. And I never expect them, I don't expect them to understand that for back then. I expect them to understand that for right now and understand, because I can't tell you not to make that choice, but I can tell you what that choice equals because I see it in you. And I don't know if I would have done that, or I think I would have done more to make up for whatever I lost. I'd have made up for it double when I had the time. And I didn't do that. But I wouldn't starve you of my time in your face. No, I would never do that to my kids because I'm a fucking goofball anyway.
Right. But that's me. I'm a goofball. My son, he fears his mom more than he does me because he knows at the end of the day, dad understands, you know, so I kind of give him more of a longer leash than his mom would, you know.
You kind of breaking up, bro. Did you move?
At this point in time, now as he gets,
oh no, I'm missing a lot. Kels, I'm missing a lot. Are you moving around?
Nah, I'm at work. I'm fucked up over here with the reception.
Okay, so go back to your mom. His mom gives him more lead, or you give him more lead. Go back to right there.
I give him more lead than his mom right now, just because of his age. Once he gets older, you know, it's certain shit I'm gonna have to nip in the bud. But if he's, you know,
how old is he now?
He's 7.
Oh, brother. Oh boy. Whoo, young man. I don't even know if we could, if you are open to me discussing how much I disagree with that right now. If you let me know how much if you let me know, here's what I'm gonna do. Here's where I am, young Jedi. I would have to life coach you to give you my opinion of that, or to really dig into it. But I don't know in my heart of hearts that especially for a male, that I agree with that setup because it teaches them a few things that I don't agree with. However, if it's working for you, okay. I just have seen the outcome of that go in a different direction that I would love to get into you with, but it's personal. I don't know if you want to do that here, but I would love to get into you with that. But I have to tell you that I disagree. But go ahead.
No, that's deep. That's understandable. I know the type of person he's becoming, and I see the reactions to the stuff that he has. He doesn't really do anything out of malice or just. I feel like we all know when a kid is just outright bad, defiant. He don't really do none of that stuff.
Good soul.
So it's right. So it's like I'm just here. I'm just trying to really guide him until I can really start laying the hammer down. And more like you said, you know, you let your kid see what he's good at, what he's not good at.
Yeah.
So if he's getting bad grades or something, like I said, I don't believe in punishment. I'm not going to punish my kids. It doesn't really do anything. You know, you punish them for 2. It's more of a punishment to yourself to punish your kid, in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay, we got to draw swords. Right. Oh, shit. I see you, Bruce. Hold on. Hold that thought. Ladies and gentlemen, another Jedi. He has more stars on the board than Kells purely because he comes in more often. That's it. Because I love these conversations with both of these young Jedis. Ladies and gentlemen, another young Jedi under my tutelage. They're young Jedi Bruce. How are you, man?
We good. We good. How the family doing?
Everybody's good. Oh, nigga, you talking to? Okay, yeah, shut up, Jeff.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, man.
I was talking to everybody. It's all good.
Okay. Here I'm a. Have you been listening to Brother Kel?
I had to step out. I got a call from lockup, so I had to step out for like
Had
the
to do
last
your
10
thing.
minutes. What we talking about?
Okay, here's what we're talking about. Kind of. We've shifted gears over into fatherhood. In the last few minutes of the show, and Brother Kells came in and he's extolling some shit that's making me think. But it's counter to how I feel a father should lead. But then again, I'm knocking the fuck out of 60. So his thinking, while contradictory to mine, I'm willing to entertain. What he was saying was that one, his son is more afraid of his mother than him, and he gives his son lead, and that his son is about well, you said he's 7?
He's 7. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm bringing him up to speed. He's 7.
Yes, sir.
And that he's waiting till he gets a little older to start putting the hammer down on him and teaching him stuff, but he doesn't want to use punishments because he says punishments are ineffective. Did I kind of thumbnail that?
You nailed it on the head.
Okay. Now, with that said, from what you and I'm gonna get out the way. I'm gonna referee this thing for a few minutes between you and this Jedi. You two Jedis, I'm gonna let y'all go at it with your philosophies. I'm gonna jump in when I think it's not fair. And I'm gonna get the fuck out of the way, and then I'm gonna cap it off at the end. It's your turn after hearing that with children that you have, Bruce, that are young. What say?
That's interesting. I got more questions than I got answers because
hey, the floor is you two dance. Pull your sword out,
okay, so what made you
hold on, time out? Unc got a joint?
Oh man, yeah, okay,
Not
hold
to cut you off. Hold on.
No. And this is a giraffe ball. First church giraffe ball. Okay, here's the deal. Y'all gonna start seeing him. He's funny as hell. There's a comedian named John who smells like weed. He's funny as fuck. He's a young dude, young white boy, funny. I'm working with him with comedy, but he's also a grower. So he's a sponsor of the show. We're going to start doing shit, and I'm going to start putting clips in here. I'm working on all that shit.
Okay.
But I ran out of his last gift to me. I'm going to see him for another, oh shit, yeah, I got to get out of here. I got to go see him at a comedy club with some shit we doing. And then I get that from him, but I didn't have none last night. So I went and got me some pre-rolls, man. I'm not finna to spend a gang of money when I'm about to get a pile of it sponsored, and I mean Cadillac shit. I'm hoity-toity when it comes to weed. This shit is amazing. So yes, that's why I'm smoking this. But
yes, sir.
Go ahead, you two. Get your swords out and go at it.
So you saying you wait until they get older. I'm just curious to why. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I got you.
Oh, yeah. I was curious why you said you was waiting until you get older. So it sounds like you believe in it, just not right now.
Like a guided hand and a nurturing mother. I'm not about to beat him or spank him because he got a bad grade or he didn't listen to somebody when they told him. I'm more of a let's talk about it, let's understand. Now, if certain stuff is becoming a problem, I would step it up. But just of right now, a simple, you spilled something, you did this. I'm not gonna fly off the hinges and just, be a overbearing dad and 1,000 standards and nah. At the end of the day, some kids remember it, some kids don't. I'm gonna make sure he remember the shit I'm telling to him when it's important.
See, okay, so you got to gauge with stuff like this. It's hard to argue because everybody gauge their own kid. So if you ain't raising Michael
Exactly.
Myers, I guess you ain't. It's a lot of kids that don't need whoopings.
Right.
I had a kid where one of my little cousins used to come over and he wanted to play the game so damn bad that he would half take a shit in the toilet. So I'd get home and there'd be shit from the toilet to the damn room.
Oh.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. There ain't no tissue in the bathtub. So I mean in the bathroom. So
the holding shot.
Yeah.
Woo.
So being that this is a cousin and not a kid, and it took me a second to process. Like I ain't never seen.
Whoa. I need an age on the shitter. What's the age
Yeah,
on
this shitter was about 10.
Oh no.
Nigga. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
But watch this. So he had did it. We talked about it the first time, the second time. I made him flush it, pick it up, and everything like that. Then he did it a third time, and I went, all right, this is what we gonna do. I grabbed these scissors. I took him to the front yard. I said, I want every blade of grass the same height. You don't get to touch a game until it's done. And that's what he did. We never had a shit problem again. I made him cut the whole with the how you buy the ones at the little clippers at Walmart and they come with the scissors in them, the little 6 inches or whatever. I take those, put these in your hand, take your ass to that front yard, get busy.
How long?
Well, my grass cut like 3 days.
Now
that's time enough for it to start growing back.
Yeah, but we never had that problem again. So I get with certain things, like to me, and the evaluation wasn't that he's a bad kid, because as soon as I ask him to do it or was this you? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. And he'll run and go handle it. So it wasn't that he was doing stuff maliciously he wasn't spite shit in my house. It was just, he just was so excited to get on the game. All right, well, you need some time to think between you and this damn game. So
Spite shitting. I'm going to steal that. I'm going to see that in comedy. I'm doing it tonight. Go ahead.
So because you wasn't doing it maliciously, I didn't think it was a thing where you need to hurry up and get your ass whooped, even though you had done it repeatedly. So I get the concept of what you're saying. It's because I don't know the kids, I don't know you. It's hard to be like it, because you don't have. I've never met too many. I've met probably one fucked up little kid in my life where it's like, nah, he need to be baptized in real fire. Like fuck him. Like fuck this kid. Like, but normally, like I told him one time. I said, if my kid was doing something that I thought he wasn't thinking about, or he act like he was being malicious towards me, I'm like, all right, I'll take all the gas out the mower and tell him when he started and mow this grass, he can go ahead and get back to doing what he's doing. He'll be off punishment. I'll do some shit like that, have him looking like Hellboy. But it's just depends on what you do. Like, now you saying you don't believe in whoopings at all?
Nah, not really.
So what's a whooping offense? Because you not really isn't no.
A whooping offense would be putting your hands on another adult. I'm not. Nah, there's a lot. You will have to go to the extreme at this pace. Now, once he get 12, 13, we can go outside, put on the gloves, we can get to it. But me just spanking you and because you poured milk all over the floor, or me spanking you because you talked back to a teacher, I don't think it really works. Yeah, they gonna fear you for a while. Yeah, they might tighten up for a minute, but they gonna revert back to what they want to do. Whether that's after 18 or before they 18, the spanking shit really don't work to me.
Okay, so cussing out an adult.
At 7, cussing out an
What?
adult, I probably would spank you. Well, not spank. I'm not gonna a flick to the head or something. I'm not gonna take my belt off, put my hand, and spank you on the ass because you cuss. I'm gonna want to find out. Well, shit, why my kid cuss out an adult? Like, what's going on?
So like my boys, one the 3-year-old, he got a mouth. He got a mouth like his mama. So we've been having to watch him. So he's on automatic trouble when
Now,
you
hold on.
can't even
Now
say
that
shut up
oh yeah.
without getting automatic wall. You get any more deep than shut up, it's an automatic pop. I hear you really trying to get mad about it, then we just turn it up. But normally he don't go past shut up. Well, now he ain't been past shut up, but he didn't got a whooping for cussing and acting like. And I understand where it come from, but in front of me or around me, you got to understand you can't do that. You can't do this at daycare.
But
You can't.
got to take out the reason what is coming from.
But I can't take his mom out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
nah,
gentlemen. Here's a good time for me to stop this because what I gave you guys the floor for, which I commend you. Well, you're higher thinkers for being here in the first fucking place. But those of you under the sound of this is what it sounds like when, not when doves cry. This is what it sounds like when
yesterday
reasonable brothers who think soundly, who love their families, and are leaders get together and reason. And I commend y'all. And I don't know if it's always gonna go like that because we're gonna cross swords in this motherfucker. It's gonna be some shit as we go down the road. But this was dope for the first one. Here's how I feel about spankings. Because I was raised with spankings, and I was also raised in a very abusive environment with spankings. I didn't get a lot of them because I was I didn't dig getting my ass whooped. These people's crazy. I'm smart. I'm gonna stay away from a whole bunch of this ass whooping shit. All you gotta do, okay, good grades, that's the big deal around here. Oh, that's easy. I got asthma. All I do is read. Okay, I got that. Do what they say. Stay out the way because when they get mad, they'll whoop your ass. I got it. And that's how I ran the gauntlet. That and having quote unquote good hair is how I ran the gauntlet to only get a few brown extension cord ass whoopings, which are just foul. Brown extension cord reaches in and gets your soul. My point for saying all of that is that I came to a place to where I tempered an ass whooping like this. The best example I can make. Y'all all know I collect cars. My favorite one, 1965 Ford Thunderbird. I had this conversation with my son, Blakey, when he was about 8. And I said, here's how spankings work. If you throw a baseball and it goes through the front window of my car, am I going to spank your butt? No. Why not? Because there was a mistake. Exactly. It was a mistake. Now, it was a costly mistake because a windshield for a 1965 Ford Thunderbird, and I'm not going to get one of the cheap ones. I'm going to get the good glass. It's going to cost about $565. I was going to replace it anyway. So I'm going to go in half with you. and all of your allowance will be chewed up until you give me your half. That is what would happen. Now, if I leave a bowl of jelly beans on the table, and it's 100 of them in there, and I tell you don't touch those jelly beans, and I come back, and there are 97 jelly beans in there, son, you about to get the butt whooping over 3 jelly beans because you defied my word when you understood it. And there needs to be a stiff consequence for that, a stiff one. And anytime you directly defy me, it will more than likely, when you're young, be physical with an explanation directly afterwards. Here's why. Here's what you did. The same things we talked about just a few seconds before we did the ass hand test, where we see whether your ass or my hand is the toughest. Right before we did that, I told you, this is what I told you to do. You understood me. You either lied, circumvented, or we got here by this. And now here's the consequence. I'm going to take you in this room. I'm going to pull your pants down. I'm going to pull your underwear down. I'm going to take my hand, not some object, and I'm going to whoop your ass. Right on your ass, I'm going to put the heat. When I'm done, we're going to then discuss why and tell you how to stay out of that trouble, or worse, so that you don't get an ass whooping and grounded, an ass whooping and privileges revoked. How to stay away from that. And I'm going to let you know that I'm only doing this because these are really big lessons in the future that I need to get to you now, son. I love you. I love you. I need you to always know that. You don't have to say it back to me right now because you're mad at me right now. And that's okay. But I love you. And that is why I whip your ass. And no other reason. Now, unmute yourself, Bruce. To that, what say you, Kel?
I definitely agree. I think that's on a surface level.
Mm-hmm.
If you break a window, it's an accident. I'm not gonna spank you. But I just think with the spanking, you got to get to the root cause. If it's a certain situation that's keep happening, you know
Right.
what I mean?
You got boys?
I got a boy. Yes, sir.
You got a boy? Okay, so my 2 boys, just right now, as Unc was talking, as we was just talking, they got a bed. I just put their bunk beds in. He'll be 5 next week, so 5 and 3.
Adventures of the bunk beds.
5 and 3, right? And they got an older brother that's 9.
Oh my God, perfect.
So
perfect.
The older brother sleeps at the top. The bottom brother, the 2 little ones sleep at the bottom. They like to hang off the bottom rail of his bed. But what happens is, because their mama got them the cheap ones, which whatever it is, what it is, it works. But because they're the cheap ones, the rails pop out if you put enough pressures on them. So I constantly have to put them back. They literally, for the 4th time just now, have decided, because daddy ain't in here right now and we having way too much fun, we gonna go ahead and pop another one of these rails out. So guess what's about to happen, because this is the 4th time. As soon as I walked out the door, they ran up on me and went, Daddy, I didn't do it.
It did it by itself?
Because you know better.
I'm the type of dad to just pop all the rails off then.
But then the older brother ain't got a bed.
Well, okay, and now right. I step in. What you do is what you just did. When you do that, if you're that type of dad, you're the type of dad to move the goalpost. You move the goalpost because I told you what not to do. Since you broke it, I'm going to move it so you can't. It does not tell you that my rule is law. You do not learn. What you learn is that if I push your rule far enough, you'll push it back. That's the lesson you teach with that. I had to tell that to a close friend of mine who he was trying to buy his son a Toyota Camry. And I kept telling him, nigga, your son is a gorilla. He need a Jeep. I got a Jeep. Okay, I ain't just trying to sell this. I'm trying to sell this Jeep. I'll give it to you for a real decent price for what's in your budget. You don't need to buy your son no Camry. His son did something he wasn't supposed to. He took the keys back and he said, I got to sit here near the window because I know my son has an extra key. I'm worried about him taking the car. I said, that's the difference between me and you. I got 3 sons. I had 3 sons at the time. I said, I got, no, Blakey was out. I said, I got 4 sons. And I guarantee you, if I say, don't take my car, I'll leave that motherfucker running. Because I said, don't take my car. And my oldest son will not take my car because I raised them that my word is law. Because I thought about it before I said it. Before I said, don't hang on them bunk beds, you know what I thought about? Somebody ignoring that. Everybody going to bed and in a loud noise in the middle of the night. We hear that the 2 of you had your necks broken when your older brother fell on you. That's what I thought about when I said that. So these little slats I'm taking out, I'm taking them out because I just don't have the thinking to teach you now to respect a line. That is the lesson you teach there. Instead of going, oh, well, which again, for me, and again, I'm a Marine. Oh, we like slats? Well, let's find how much they weigh. And I'm going to make you hold them out in front of you until they turn color. And have them stand there and hold them till they can't take it no more. And start talking to them while they are holding those slats. That's the kind of shit I would do. Or I'll tear your ass up. And then I would have that same conversation with you about me loving you very much. And your mother getting you the bunk bed she could afford. There are better bunk beds than this one. I would tell them now, there are better bunk beds than this one right here. But we could not afford that right now. So you need to respect what you have, gentlemen. And if you don't, you will fail me. Do you understand? But moving the slats, bullshit. That is not how you raise a man. You have to rate him. You're not raising that man to lead. You're raising that man to follow.
Not only that, I'm confused about so when he go to school, are they gonna move the rules for him there? Because in California, 0 tolerance is everything. So you do one thing and you suspend it for 5 days.
Yeah, they're not playing.
They don't give you no type of nothing. So especially if he, because boys don't really do good in sitting down for 8 hours straight. So in trouble is bound to happen. But they don't move it nowhere else. Where else is he gonna go? Where they gonna move the rule further for just him?
What say you, Kels?
Nah, y'all right on that one. I can't even. Y'all right on that one for sure. Well, I just think like it got to be a real message behind the ass whooping.
There you go, brother. And that's what we're trying to get. And this is what this dojo is for. This is not the, nigga, we can't make you do shit. That's your boy. But
nah,
I can tell you, sure. I can tell you, I can give you guidelines on ass whoopings, and I don't give a fuck who hears this. I can give you guidelines on ass whoopings because my ass whoopings have produced the following results. 3 males above the age of 21, all gainfully employed or or entrepreneurs. Nobody living home with their mama. Nobody been to prison. Nobody broke. And nobody with illegitimate kids. Those are the men that, for better or
That's
for worse,
rare though.
From my rare. Exactly. Do you know why it's rare? Do you know why it's rare? I will tell you. It is rare because my ex-wife said, what upsets me the most is that you only have to speak to them once. I say, you know why? Because I'm only going to speak to them once. They already know that. And I didn't abuse any of them. But you did not want it with me. You are right. There are other ways to teach them. I say, here. And this was, I'm going to take y'all down the road and then I'm going to get the fuck out of here. This happened. I think this is much less distracting if I just put this picture up, since you two assholes don't have your pictures up. Does that make sense? Does this, as you can see this, does this make sense to y'all as you look at it? And listen to it. Makes sense. Okay, cool. Now, I don't know what they did. This was when my sons were younger, and they lived in the Inland Empire. I lived in LA. For those of you who do not know Southern California, it was about 72 miles one way from their house to mine. And I would make that drive in and out all the time, constantly, because I was trying to get my career together, working on the shit I was doing. If I had it to do over, I wouldn't have moved as far. That is grown ass man own up shit. I would not have moved as far. A lot of shit would have went a lot smoother. However, I was never not in touch with my boys, ever. And my ex called me. She goes, get on the phone. And these are the two younger ones. They don't do this, and they start doing this, and I'm blah, 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 and I'm tired of it. And so I go, Jew, is that right? Yes. Patrick, is that right? Yes. All right. I'll see y'all in about an hour. Oh, God, he's dead! I said, get him off the phone. I said, here's the problem. If you'd have called me first, when I picked him up this weekend, I could have got us all. We rolling down the road. Fellas, your mama told me you're not doing thus and such. Now you know she needs your help. Baba. Don't let me have to hear this again. Do you understand? Yes. That would have been the end of it. But now that you done shot up the bat signal, I have no choice but to stop doing what I'm doing and come whoop their ass, because they can never call on me. You can never call on me in my absence and I don't come, because that's the beginning of the end right there. I'll see you in 45 minutes. And I had to stop doing what I was doing, go whoop my son's ass, explain why, tell him I love him, and leave. Which started her to go, okay, I'm going to call you first. I said, yes, just call me or talk to me. I go to pick him up. She said, okay.
Ass whooping is preventable.
Yes, I'm the dude. I get to her house. And I hear her arguing at them about half washing her car. I'm a car freak. I'd already taught my kids how to wash a car. I put them in my car. I'm talking to her. I say, okay, the next time that you have a problem with them washing a car, let me know. Beat me. Let me know. This is 4 texts. Beat me. Let me know. She lets me know that she's having this issue. So, on the day that we supposed to be going to Raging Waters out here in California, where the 10 and the 210 freeways meet, for those of you who are not here, it's a big water park, and it is fucking fun in the heat. And we had been talking about going to this for months. Had this date all set, and I had it set too. I said, I'm coming to pick you up early. So I get there. I call, and I said, please make sure. What's up, Ja? Please make sure they wash your car. Be washing your car. I get there. They come in. Mom, we're finished washing the car. We're finished washing the car. I said, really? Go out there and look at the car. To her. She come back in hot. I said, gentlemen, the 3 of us know how to wash a car, huh? Yes. I taught you how to wash a car real good, right? Yeah. We ain't leaving this house until that car is cleaner than you know I want it. And you can take all day, but Raging Waters closes. It's on you. Go. When I tell you them 3 Negroes got out there and detailed that fucking car, and I made sure I found something wrong the first time. And I made sure that they lost a good 45 minutes making sure their mama's car was clean on their time. I then taught him another lesson about washing cars. If you think you're done washing your car, open all 4 doors and squat down. Squat down and look at your car if you think it's clean. When you can squat down and your car is clean, your car's clean. Or your room. Or anywhere in your house. Squat down and look at it. Change your perception and then look at the room. I also taught them that you're going to respect your mother's word. You're going to do good work. And there were other ways. I didn't have to beat their ass. An ass whooping is always a last resort. That's the last resort. But goddamn it, they got to know that it's on the menu if you raising boys, in my honest opinion. Unmute yourselves and make your final comments.
Yeah, I just wonder if you can get them same results without the ass whooping.
In if I have to give an ass whooping, no, you can't. If I have to give an ass whooping, and I only give ass whoopings to a certain age, to about 10 or 11, 10, 11, maybe. If you've done it right, you ain't whooping on your kids all the time. You ain't beating on them all the time.
Do you think they were that, not in fear, but, straighten up and act right just because, in your back pocket you had an ass whooping coming out?
Often. Yes, I do. Right. Often.
Okay.
There are very many times. There were very many times growing up in Chicago that I could have done some shit. Wasn't nobody around but me and my knucklehead friends. But I knew if I got caught, I got to deal with that nigga at the house. And I don't, y'all do, that nigga right there, no. I believe that every young black male should have a healthy fear of a black man who absolutely loves him. There's nothing wrong with that. That there's a dude, there's an uncle, there's a cousin, there's a nigga your mama low-key fucking, whatever. There's a dude that'll put that bass on you. He love you. He ain't picking on you. He ain't wrong. He ain't looking for an excuse to take out the stress of his day. He is raising you right. And when he say your mama said, get that damn bike out the driveway, and I mean now, not on your time, you are moving too slow if I still see you. You need that. He need bass. Young black boys, fuck how you raise a white boy. Fuck how you raise any other boy. The strongest member of the human species needs bass. Period. And he needs it often because it is that bass that will separate him from influences that are greater than you later. You are not the biggest influence all the time in your son's life. This is the disservice that is done to us when sisters use the law to take sons away from us. And this is why we are where we are. So no, Brother Kills, I will never, ever say that young males don't need their ass whooped. No, there are times that they do. And those times are rare depending upon the young male. Yeah. But when you directly defy me, oh no, bro. Your flesh need to feel some pain. That's how it go. Your flesh needs to feel, because if you don't feel this now, you will definitely feel it later. When what young Jedi Bruce said, When they don't move the rules where I have been, you have no choice but to feel it. Except they gonna take the sheath off the blade. I've been in here hitting you with the blade, but the blade had the scabbard on it. It was inside the sheath. They take the sheath off the blade after you 18. And everything that I did not teach you, you're going to get your ass cut up on. So no, sir. I will never back off of ass whoopings for kids between the ages of, about 2 to about 11. Right in there. 2 to 11, you get that ass, and sometimes 12, 13, you get that ass, you get your ass towed out the frame when you need it. And that's not all the time.
13, we in the back boxing.
So where you at, Kels? Or Bruce? Close us out there, Cat Daddy.
No. I agree with you.
To me, you kids have to have the authority figure. Mom is what she's always going to be. I've never seen that change. I've seen one kid. You only gonna have so many kids that's be like, "Oh, I'm so scared of mom because mom handled that business," kind of like that. But who I forget which comedian said it, but ain't nothing worse than I'm gonna tell your daddy. Don't nobody want to hear. I don't care where you at. I'm gonna tell your daddy.
I believe that was Jeff Brown. Jeff Brown did that. Yes, on Comic View. Grandstand, that would be 1997. Yes, about not wanting to see your daddy coming. Yeah, that would be me. But go ahead.
So, like you said, if the whooping is the last resort and how we getting down now, it's the use of the toolbox. If you got other tools, be creative. It's not a problem with having custom punishments for your custom kid, but definitely they need to know that if I disobey or disrespect, it's coming, and I'm not gonna like what's coming. And ain't nothing like knowing if you did it right when that kid get about 25 and they come back and be like, "Thank you." Like, I understand that lighting fires in the house was deserving of a whooping. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I was tripping. I know you let me play and everything like that, but I appreciate that, because lighting fires at 16, you burn the wrong shit down, you go to prison, okay? And there's always going to be a kid in school with them that didn't get that whooping, and they get to at least see what not having a father that don't play them games with you look like. And you don't want your kid to be like, "Well, my dad's going to give me a hug regardless." So,
ladies and gentlemen, there the hell it is. I can't make a better show than that. How do I make a better show than that? I'm gonna blow my own horn here. I just had a hand in changing the future. I believe in the future because of young brothers like this. This is all that's gonna save us, y'all. This is how we got to do it. This is how it's done. It starts with our sons. We have got to reclaim our sons. Great job, gentlemen. I love y'all. Sisters, find your peace. Brothers, find your majesty. Your Uncle Jeff is out.